Tantra is the topic that I will be talking about today. If you find that you like my videos, please hit the like button, subscribe. Now, Tantra. There's many different misunderstandings about Tantra. Tantra is about the technique of how to excite the Kundalini within inside of us, which is the chakra system that moves up. So what it's doing is it's like flirting with someone, but flirting with yourself, or sexually exciting yourself internally, to take that energy, that base energy, and to kind of twist it inside of yourself, or to turn it. And what you're doing is you're turning it on, turning it up to excite the chakras, to turn on the chakras. Now, how can this be done? There are several ways that you can excite the chakras, or your base chakra. So what I like to do is I flirt a lot with my wife. I keep myself excited. I use that energy. And what I do is over a few days, I'll subtly keep that energy, that base chakra excited. In other words, I'm getting myself lightly harmonious, lightly sexual internally. And by doing that, I'm utilizing that energy by keeping that base chakra excited. I now, when I sit down to meditate, I can pull up that energy to ignite all the other chakras until I get to the crown chakra and release. Now, this is what I explain about using Tantra techniques, is that at some point in time you need to release that energy, that excessive or wasteful energy. And that's when you're going to utilize sex. But you don't, most of us in the Western culture, we're taught once we get excited that, oh, we're going to have sex. And that's not necessarily true. That's wasting energy. You have to understand that your base chakra, your sexual organs, they can serve two purposes. One, externally, having a child, having sexual intercourse, or two, you can use them internally for knowledge, to create within, so that you're creating externally. So many people get confused on this, so let me explain. To create a baby takes a lot of energy. To create, to form those bones, that life, it's a lot of energy to create. So if you think about it, that seed that you're implanting to create a life through the sexual act, if you took that same energy, instead of creating a baby, you created an ideal, you create an experience within inside of yourself that can turn to something external. So let's say I want to draw a great picture or sing a great song. I can take that energy, that same energy to give life, and I can send it from the base chakra, which is my sexual organs. I can move it up to the belly to give it emotions, feelings, that energy, give it emotions, feelings. So it's like I'm birthing that energy. I bring it up. I give it my breathing and lungs for breath. I give it my heart. So now it has a heartbeat. I give it a throat so it has a voice. I give it sight so it can see. And then I release it into the world. So when I combine that sexual energy to ignite my chakras, and then I combine with the outside world, now I can use that energy to create. So what's left? And all that energy, that wasteful, because if you have now excited those sexual organs over a few days, so that energy you've sucked out the core of that energy, that portion of the energy that gives life. You've taken a piece of that energy out. So now what I call it is the garbage, the waste that's sitting inside of the sexual organs is the best way to explain it. So we need to release that energy either through having sex with a partner or self-releasing that energy. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want new energy now to utilize, to create, to light up the chakras, to release it out with whatever we're trying to achieve. So whether you're using it from a spiritual growth or if you're using it to create something, to give yourself additional energy that is very in tuned, tied into something you want to experience externally, you can do it either way. So young people have all this energy and they have a stronger sex drive, a stronger ability to ignite the chakras. But most people aren't trained to harness that energy, to keep it, to utilize it, to create, then get rid of. We kind of just push all of our energy outwards because we don't know how to control our energy until you start to get a little bit older, and then you start to understand how to control your energy, how to use your energy more wiser. So what I try to teach people is how to use their chakra system, how to ignite it, using the techniques which you can use in Tantra, or you can turn around and just use basic flirtation, seduction. So basically you're seducing yourself to harness an energy, to power up. I call it like a power plant. It's producing a lot of energy. And if you know how to use that energy wisely, it can give you just that little extra edge on helping you produce the things that you're looking for in life. It's just understanding how to use your personal energy, how to harness into it, tap into it, to create. Now, I've had some wonderful experiences in a spiritual sense, sitting down meditating, that has taken me into some amazing understandings of the world and seeing the world in different ways. Understanding how to use your Kundalini and working with it to open yourself up to the world, to give you a completely different perception of how the world can work, is a beautiful gift. And it's one of the most wonderful gifts that every human has within them, to be able to connect back to source. Whether you want to call it God, the Akashic Records, you want to call, Brahma, whatever you want to call that source of knowledge, that's fine. There is a source of knowledge there that you can tap into that is just amazing and wonderful. And It can alter your perception of the world. You can see things that you didn't understand clearly and get a better understanding and perception. I implore you to take time, understand how to use your own energy in a more wiser and productive manner to create the experiences and outcomes that you would prefer to have in your own life. It's your energy. Don't waste it. You only have so much energy in this life. Utilize it. You can still have wonderful sexual interactions with other people, but you don't have to waste good energy right away. You can wait, harness a piece of it, then come back and have wonderful sexual reactions and start the cycle all over again to create wonderful experiences internally and externally. Sit down, learn to take the time, even with someone else, to be seductive to each other, to create that energy on a slow basis to get you to a point of keeping your body excited, but not so excited that you need to release immediately your sexual energy, that you can harness it, tap into it, and turn it into something that is just more than external. It is an amazing, amazing experiences that can be created by knowing how to use your energy. If you have any questions, if you like this video, or if you would like to understand more about spirituality, please go ahead and leave me comments. I will be more than happy to respond or create videos about spirituality that are interesting to you to give you a better understanding of what a spiritual journey is. You take care of yourself. I hope that you have seen the love that's within you and you are recognizing how to use that love. Take care.